Uh, that is the worst thing I've ever experienced in my life. We are so sorry, and I, I can't believe people actually have the audacity to just do that shit. I'm honestly floored, man. I'm floored. Absolutely floored. The fact that there's trolls around, but you know what? I'm just so glad. You know, better idea is we got the private chat in there for anyone that's going to be, you know, it would have to be private chat first just to make sure it's not troll. But either way, that was the most disrespectful. Absolutely right. That was god awful. The fact that we got to go through the mill just it's frustrating, man. That is absolutely frustrating.
It's probably just trolls that are on this StreamYard website that do that openly and do that. That's why we need to screen anybody that is wanting to be in it.
I had one guy comment. He said, "Gummy fish grows on you." That is false.
That was from a older episode.
Yes, I know that was an older episode, but still, just frustrating, dude. Just absolutely goddamn frustrating beyond belief. Yeah. Anywho, if anyone wants to join in to voice their opinions, if you know us from the Facebook group, and I think most of you do, please hit us up that way so we could properly give you an invite and without some piece of human garbage to say otherwise.
Doesn't it show up underneath like how you add me in?
Yeah, but you know how many, it was like, I saw Justin, I saw Zachary. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think that was going to be the case. How's generic marshmallow birds? I actually haven't had it in a while. It's very sweet. Yeah, we're back now, Hunter. We're back. Marshmallow birds. Do you remember having it, Teach? I mean, I just remember having it be like a good sweet flavor, but I don't know. I haven't got back to it in a while. It's staring at me right now, though.
Never had birds.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the box.
What?
Hey, Ehoff, I remember you doing the stream the day it happened, man, and it was absolutely. I saw a look on his face too. I mean, it was just absolutely uneasy just seeing everybody just quit and for good reason.
Okay, episode's deleted forever. Nobody will forever see that. If you guys do want to be a part of the call in, let us know in the chat. We will get you in on the call in, so we don't take any random things. Because that just has to be like a StreamYard troll thing, to where it happens to many people on different StreamYards. Because it was the same shit.
Yes. Let's see. Just trying to get that thing.
So again, we will give our takes, our opinions on it. It's probably the most uncomfortable episode we've ever had.
Agreed.
Because I feel really, and I don't honestly know how to feel about all this.
Frustrated, sorry, everything.
I will say, I think the one thing that I find the most funny is when something like this happens with the company, not just G Fuel, but with anything. Is when you have the people on Twitter that's like, they've never supported G Fuel, they've hardly ever had it, and yes, while there was some shit that went down with them, they just love to throw the shit in and be like, just hating on them regardless of if they were ever a part of the brand, tried the brand, had the brand, or anything.
I can agree with that.
Like, the amount of tweets I saw people been like, yeah, I G Fuel was bad all along, not surprised this happened, they had lead in it. Okay, well, did you know, like, when food goes from the ground, you cut up fruit and you put fruit in powder form?
You see, the best way for me to think about it, right? And there's a lot of people saying I don't care because I don't care about streamers. You see, I think that's bullshit because there's a couple of things that just piss me off, and I know this being a podcast thing, okay? Number one, when somebody wants to talk about, let's say, a sport, or let's say, what PC part you should have, but they don't own a PC or they don't watch the sport or anything else, it's like, so what the hell do you know? And second point, there's, I think, the Fairland's milk. There's people that say, what the hell are you drinking that more? They are like awful with their animals. It's like, okay, we need to stop drinking this. At the end of the day, right, no matter what product you have and what people you're around, you don't treat your people like shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line. Let's see if I can get some of these questions. We got a lot. Which lemonade flavor is your favorite? If you're going by just lemonade, green lemonade. Lemonade flavor in general, gotta go hype sauce, right?
We can get Saiyan in for his 5 minutes.
Absolutely.
That's another thing, guys. We are going to do a live call on it. We will give our opinions and everything on it. If you guys want in, again, we will send out the link. We'll get it to you. Everybody who will be a part of the call-in will have 5 minutes to speak, and then we'll move on to the next person or just back to us.
So I'm just going to DM. So the best way to do is get some Me and Teach through Facebook, guys, just so we don't have another catastrophe. But lemonade flavor, Teach, you're probably going to go hype sauce, right?
If we're talking all lemonade flavors and we're talking in relation to G Fuel, yeah, hype sauce. Raspberry lemonade is a banger.
Hype sauce, you can't beat it. Just regular lemonade, though, green lemonade. Let's see. Do we still respect G Fuel or nah?
Respect's a strong word. You earn respect.
We like the product. Right at this moment, not so much the commander-in-chief.
I'd say I've lost respect for them. I've currently been in the boat of how I want to future go about it. I definitely don't think it was a good look for them. I definitely think it was a bad idea for them.
Yes.
I mean, when you think about again, I've had personal friends and personal ex-friends who are sponsored with the company for a long time and have used their codes and have helped them promote their code and more. Many of them woke up one day to find out their manager, that a lot of these 7 managers, again, I've had good experiences with them. I've had talks with them. They've sent me product. They were more than just a talent manager. They were more than just your sponsor manager. I know for a lot of them, it was a friendship because a very one-on-one experience with them. And a lot of them woke up the next day to get a message from their talent manager to find out, hey, I'm no longer your manager. I'm looking for new work. And you're just like, what the fuck?
For me, I guess you can kind of say where it's just so bad because I guess the way that we treated the group, we've kind of treated it like a family. It's a family dynamic. And do a couple of us butt heads, or is there a couple of people we don't agree with? Yeah, but at the same time, I think the way that most people went about it was respect, appreciation, and going from there. One last thing before we get this saying. Sugar plum, no, that is a one and done type of flavor. Saying, what's happening, man? Good evening. Wish you could be better subject tonight. I've been dreading this for a couple of days now, but
yeah,
I hope you're okay, man. Hope you're feeling better and everything else.
We wish we could have you on the show for a different reason.
Well, maybe next week.
Next week we shall see. We still gotta get some concrete from somebody who's gonna be on the show who was, keyword was, a partner.
Yeah, and I have a feeling I know who.
Well, they haven't been on the show before, so it'll be a first time for their guest appearance.
Oh, okay, then no, I am incorrect. Yeah, just like when I was watching everything go down, and then I heard like Cosmic Kate was one of them that got removed, and I just like my heart broke for her. She's in the G Fuel group on Facebook with us, and well, I've left it, but and I'll get to that in a minute. But like just watching how her and Craze J and all the other ones like were just so heartbroken by, today is my last day with G Fuel, like remembering what she wrote, this was a dream job, and to have it suddenly torn away, it's heartbreaking. But we're all just sort of sitting here, I guess, trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And instead of like, God, I don't remember who it was, but someone saying they could have swept this shit under the rug so fast with just playing dumb. Instead, they're banning everybody. And it's like, this is not how you want to answer a question like this.
This is worse.
Yeah.
This is blown out of proportion. I mean, we received so much bad news from like a whole bunch of topics all at once. Me and you saying like, it's gotten just absolutely ridiculous, and I'm actually very surprised. Well, we have had new people tune into the show, but this is actually the biggest show we've had yet as far as viewer count. It's just. I'm just constantly getting choked up tonight. Like it's a very uneasy
topic.
Bad. Like it's a very uneasy topic, and plus, when you have a guy like Shock, which I'm pretty sure the people that hate Shock, we could probably count them on two hands, if that.
Yeah.
If he says, "I am not well, I don't feel like I can push my code, and I'm taking a couple of days off." He goes live every Friday night, and he has a chill spot, man. I've been in there. But when Shock says, I gotta take the weekend off, and A-Drive took the whole weekend off too, A-Drive is pissed, and Shock just feels like his heart's sinking just like the rest of us. That's just being human right there.
He said that he feels just heartbroken because he feels like all these great people were just kicked to the curb, and it's not being reconciled as to why. And like I was saying to Kate, even though I'm with a competitor, my heart goes out to you guys. That's not at all something that you want to hear, no matter what.
I don't give a damn what setup you have. I don't care what the hell's in the cup.
Exactly.
Exactly.
These people are my friends, and to see this happen, it's heartbreaking.
So to me, the main thing about it, because I'm a business person from many aspects, it's how they went about it. It's more the fact that these talent managers they made complaints to HR about what was said in the team-wide meeting, and then next day, without notice, lost their jobs. If it was just the case that it was like, hey, the company is actually going through a restructuring, we want to redo our system, we don't feel like we're going about this the right way, we want to do a different kind of partnership management, etc., and we either can relocate you or we don't feel like your positions are needed anymore, it's still upsetting, but that would have been a better way to go about it rather than it being like, hey, you guys make complaints, we're just done with all this. That's to me the unsettling part, because if it's like they just fired them, we're restructuring the company, it's still heartbreaking, it sucks, but it would have, in a different sense, looked better than how it is being brought about right now.
Yeah.
It's a bloodbath.
That's a really good way of describing it. Because it's like they're trying to sweep it under the rug, but they're doing it in a very dangerous way.
Listen, I'll drink a can of gummy fish for a month straight if I can just get a better thing than, oh, this didn't happen, bye.
Yeah.
I'll drink divorce for a month, okay? Seriously.
Yeah.
I would rather have that. I'll throw in a shot of vinegar. Give me. There's worse
Vinegar would
punishment
probably
than what
taste
that
better.
man did. What was that?
The vinegar would probably taste better.
Not wrong. Vinegar is a staple.
Yeah.
RGF is just divorce.
Honestly, we're like lost for words. We have all the words. We also like, it's a very weird situation.
Like I said, it's heartbreaking. You know, these are like, it's not even like these are people like me and Relly constantly talk with. Well, you do too as well, Teach. And it's like, these are people that we've talked to, and some of us have become friends, and then to hear this happen to them, it's not like some creator that you've never spoken to leaves a company, like FaZe, for instance. These are people that we talk to, have developed, you know, a camaraderie with, and then for this to suddenly happen, it's like, holy shit. And then to see some people sitting there going, oh, well, they're all just salty that they got fired, and, you know, he's just doing what's best for business. And it's like, no, he's not.
Well, that's like
Okay,
the thing that I was saying.
First off, I'm sorry. But again, we could yell and swear as long as it's justified. You don't clear out your whole fucking department.
Exactly.
You don't. One. Number two, listen, I haven't been on an A Drive stream, but if you're going to have one of your guys with one of the top 5 best selling flavors put his money where his mouth is,
Mm-hmm.
I got news for you, Cliff. It doesn't matter if you it doesn't matter if you kept Rug and Jev. It doesn't matter if you got Ninja.
Yeah.
You're not replacing A Drive.
No.
But I'm just kind of looking around, right? And I'm just trying to see if we hear from somebody. Like, we know a couple of guys took some time off.
Yeah.
I feel at this point the actual company itself will push it under the rug.
Some guys have actually been pushing through. I don't know how. Like Summit 1G's been pushing through, but I mean, he's on there daily just about. I'm pretty sure he's not mentioned a thing, but I mean, if somebody, let's see, if anyone has actually seen anything, please let us know from any creator. But yes, I mean, the problem is that you have so many people that are just so big, they get spammed with just a bunch of tweets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the way that they went about it. Because, like, again, if Kate lost her job just from the company being like, hey, we're actually restructuring, we don't feel like we need these positions anymore, it would still be upsetting and still be, like, sad, because we do consider them friends, and you always hate to see friends lose their dream jobs or be hard workers, etc. It's how it went about, especially when it was seen and said that they complained to HR about what was said and then lost their jobs without notice the next day. It is how it was all went about. Again, as somebody with business backgrounds, it sucks. Like, sometimes it's just business. Nobody likes to lose a job. It's heartbreaking. But it is how it went down that makes all of this uncomfortable and unsettling.
Yeah.
Agreed. I mean, if you say, listen, unfortunately it's budget cuts, but you don't cut a full department and you don't have people leave afterward to say it's a budget cut.
Yeah,
It don't
no.
work like that.
I mean, a lot of times they will cut full departments, but on the unfortunate part, it's that they were human beings that got treated in a certain way, which I understand them being upset about, complaining to HR in a proper business format, as you should make a file with HR, and then the entire department losing the next. It's also like that unsettling thing to where I don't, like, again, I don't know this factually, but I don't think all 7 of them went to HR and said something, unless they all did. But at the same time, it's more surprising that the ones that did make the complaint didn't just lose it, but instead they all lost it.
Yeah.
Also, it's very unsettling because I'm just going to be completely honest with you about I've had former HRs be an absolute doormat, which is very unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I've dealt with that before.
Let me see if I can find the image of what Cliff's reply was.
See if we could get it pulled up or something. And again, I would much rather spend this time going over what Ninja did to Keemstar. As much as I hate Keemstar,
I don't
I'd
even
rather-
feel like that's a topic. That's just people freaking out for no reason.
No, I'm talking
He
about.
took my flavor. What are you talking about? You haven't been with G Fuel in forever.
I'm sorry, but at least I'm not for a guy with the beard. He's quite the wimp, or at least it comes off that way. And number two, well, I may not be making money and I may not have a ton of viewers with Teach, but at least we're not trying to make our living off of KSI and what he does.
Mm-hmm.
KSI lost million. Oh, okay, sure. Anything else? You know, something original? Give me a break. And by the way, if the cotton candy wasn't in 15 cal, off the property, bruv.
I fucking loved that response. I laughed for a good 5-10 minutes when you sent that to me.
I think the guy who actually gave me the inspiration, that quote was actually taken from Damian Lillard, going from that was him when Carmelo Anthony was thanking Portland, and he goes, off the property, bruv, as in, hey, thank you. Next.
Honestly, it was like, I hope you would have a legacy through that flavor, and he hasn't been with the company for so long, and in my opinion, put off a bad image for the company as this, so that's why they let him go. And then, of course, they're like, yeah, we still like cotton candy, we want to reinvent it, we still want somebody to be a better image for our cotton candy, so that's why they put Ninja on it, and he got upset, spaghetti, because he wasn't having a legacy behind the name of Keemstar Cotton Candy. Like, he really thinks he's original and came up with that flavor for G Fuel, that, like, they're just gonna bow down and be like, oh man, we would have never had cotton candy if it wasn't for Keemstar. Get out of here. Forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will say, if anyone's down for the Bling It Ass saying, what are you sipping on tonight? That's gotta be blood orange.
Blood orange.
That's glitch blood orange.
Blood orange is a good one. I had a pleasant good time trying that out.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you guys are gonna like what's coming to you both tomorrow.
Oh man, I'm excited. Unfortunately, it comes tomorrow, so I have to say it for next week.
Yep.
Also, I'm waiting on a Jake package for the both of us Teach.
Technically, I'm waiting on a package from you, from Saiyan, from Jake, from Mr. Mellon.
Well, my box was about to be sent out, then I forgot something in it, and then the day later, I had a packet with something else. So we've just been adding to a box.
Relly, check your messages.
Which
I was getting ready to actually go to the post office with your package of that flavor, and then like I remembered there were a couple others that we talked about that I have up in my cabinet, and I was like, I have baggies. I can actually send them other samples of things that they've wanted to try. So,
all right, gentlemen, let's see analysis. We have heard rumors about negative practices at our company that have been attributed to the company-wide restructuring of staff members in our talent management department. We want to go on record and state that those rumors are false. Our talent management staff have always been an important part of our marketing department, who have always been treated fairly and with respect both in their personal and professional lives. We at G Fuel work to promote positively, and growth will continue to do so during these changes. Sincerely, Cliff Morgan, CEO.
That's fake.
This is fake?
That's apparently fake.
Wait a minute. I think I see why.
Well, if it is fake, then I want to know who the hell faked the appearance of it.
There's one thing that I'm actually wondering about, right? So the website domain is actually correct here. Question is that his signature or no? And two, do these space out the G Fuel in both of these right here? Also, whoever the hell faked this, that's how do I describe that?
Well, then we can go on the record and say if you see this image now it's fake, so don't believe it.
Something about that.
But now I'm more curious as to who faked it and as to why.
I'm wondering that myself. The fact that this is fake, man. Like that even makes it more disheartening. The fact that a fake statement was made, so essentially there was no statement. So essentially this is part of a cancel of what was done.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it even more frustrating.
I mean, it's definitely a disheartening topic again. I think this is something really big that they went about in the wrong way that led the door for people to now switch to other companies. And there are a lot of partners right now that are probably going to switch to other supplement brands. Advanced, Gamer Subs,
Not
Glitch.
Advanced. Don't go that far.
We may not like them, but people will go to those companies because at the end of the day, while we may agree or may not disagree, you also have to remember, a lot of times partners, whether they're sticking with G Fuel or not, they're with those companies because either one, they believe in it, or two, it is a paycheck and they got to live too and they got to eat.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of them, I think, are gonna run is like companies like Ghost, if they take anyone, Advanced.
The problem is that Ghost, I think, is too big for somebody to just say, hey, apply.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's gotten, like, that and G Fuel are just the two big companies where it's like, there's not an apply button.
I mean, again, I know I have a personal ex-best friend who was with the company for 6-7 years, and they left because of this. I know somebody else also in that same friendship chain who had just became sponsors with the company and then left after being sponsored for a month. A lot of people work really hard to get these sponsorships. So then just leave over this?
You're not leaving over BS, especially when, I'm sorry, but if Twitch is not paying you out, this code's your only income off of your hobby. Because how many times is somebody going to use a code for like a PC part or a clothing line or XYZ? It's like, hey, this is something I take daily. I'm going to use a code. I'm going to get that. That's commission. That's a lot of commission from a big brand, per se. This is disgraceful. I was saying, me and you in our gamer community, for everybody, we've talked about a lot of harsh topics, and you know what I mean? Like, as much as I would love to talk about, creator spotlights, me writing my next book, whatever it is, unfortunately, we're just not going to take this line down. And I don't think anybody would.
I don't think anyone should. Because this is
right on point, Eli. I've been excited to introduce a lot of people on this show about Glitch. Not so much Gamer Subs, even though I have gotten a couple of samples and I do have one tub open. But my tubs of Juju are around in our place, but I'd love to see these other brands prosper, but not because one company is just bowed out.
Like, I'll say this for me, for the example. I don't know about Relly. Will I continue to buy G Fuel product? Maybe. Am I going to just uplift and sell everything right now? Probably not.
That you got a lot of overhead, man.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Like, I just bought an actual G Fuel fridge. Like, the mini fridge I've always wanted. And it's unfortunately because of a partner leaving, which that also said same partner will be on the show next week. And it's really bittersweet now because I do and don't regret the purchase.
So, to get this out of the way, because this is episode 29, that means we've been here for 29 weeks. We've been here for over half a year, Teach. So we did not make these accounts, market, give away product, etc., just for something like this to bend us over backwards and we say, screw this, I'm out.
Now, G Fuel isn't what's keeping us here. There's plenty of energy supplements, and we'll always keep this going regardless if they rise to the top or they fall to the bottom. That's not going to stop the Caffeinated podcast.
We don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. Somebody should know that.
Sure, you guys can start talking about top of the morning coffee.
No, there's other podcasts for coffee. We're the only ones in the energy supplement podcast, but there's plenty for coffee. I've looked into this. I literally researched this before Relly and I started all this.
I remember those days.
Look at that number, 300 plus tubs. God almighty, Eli. I gotta see a picture of that collection.
I will say the only way I would start selling out of my collection is if, not from being a part of the Caffeinated podcast, but from me personally with my own streaming content creation career, if I got a sponsorship through somebody else. Then there's more of a chance of me selling the product. Otherwise, I have so much behind me.
This is all I have left of G Fuel.
I've heard of mixed, but I haven't. That is a sweet collection.
Logic.
Logic, I see that.
Venom, Chili Dog, Logic, Tetris, Mortal Kombat.
What about that Metallica collab? I don't remember that box. I need that.
Oh, that is a Injustice for All beer mug.
Oh.
I'll pull it down and send you guys pictures of it. But yeah, that's the remainder of my G Fuel collection.
Wow. So to be on Glitch, how is the Azure flavor?
Yeah, let me go grab the tub. I'm on my phone tonight, so because my computer's acting weird. Even with the internet, my computer is acting weird.
Water under the bridge.
Why is it buried? Just drinking it.
So, have you tried Hype Sauce?
Pretty sure he has. Also, if anybody wants to get in on the open call afterwards and vent their opinions or feelings, they're more than welcome to. We are vouching people now after the original encounters we had.
Hype Sauce.
Yep.
Okay, so how does the Azure compare?
Hold on.
I'll say we will have samples on our way, hopefully tomorrow, for us to tell for next week's episode.
Yeah. They also sent me another tub of cotton candy because they heard that I said I was empty. So
I'm also empty, Glitch. I am empty on cotton candy as well.
Technically, I'm not empty, but I'm down to one sample, Glitch. I mean, infusion. So, how does it compare? So, I mean, also lemonade's a very big,
It's really, really good. Comparing it to Hype Sauce, it's a nice, it's a nice competitor to it. I don't know if it's just me being biased, but I think Azure is better. It has more of the raspberry to it, but you can tell it's a raspberry lemonade. and the powder is a nice color.
Is it more red? Is it more yellow?
Which, while we're on the subject real quick of Glitch, if you guys are wanting to check out Glitch at all because of all this, you can use code LastSaiyan at checkout for a discount.
Got like a nice red color to it.
All right. So, is it close?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is there a preference, or is it so close you can't tell?
I would say I prefer Azer because it's got that, like, it's more of a raspberry lemonade flavor without, I don't know, Hype Sauce has this, like, weird taste to it to me.
So, not only that, but Glitch just has that formula where it's just much more smooth.
Yes. Yeah, it's a lot more smooth. And Eli, I am actually getting a tub of that. Hopefully this week it'll arrive. Because the day it dropped, they were like, hey, here's a tub of it. I'm like, oh, thank you. So
we got so you got to vouch for that, because again, if we go by the top competitor, G Fuel doesn't have a regular dragon fruit.
They do not.
They only have it in hydration. And again, anytime you have a hydration, it's going to be different. Like for me, not knocking Glitch, but that creatine heavily affects the taste.
It does. Like, I won't pull any punches. It does. It heavily affects the taste. I still enjoy that cherry limeade, but I don't know. Just like the creatine has such a weird taste to it.
Well, I'm not sure what you've seen before, but I've actually had a Bang cotton candy, and I was comparing it to G Fuel's cotton candy flavors. So the creatine gives the cotton candy what I was told by a couple Plugs members was a burnt aftertaste, which in this case scenario, it's true. Now, Flavor Bomb has that watermelon I can't shake off. It's okay, not great. The Ninja Can tastes watered down. Me personally, though, out of everything I've tried, the G Fuel 15 calorie, you could only get in packets cotton candy, that's superior.
I mean, we'll have to try the new reformulated tub, because I will admit, big fan of these cans. I'm a big fan.
So, to answer the question to RWC, if you have a tub, it's 1 scoop for how many ounces of water if you have a tub?
Of Glitch?
Yes.
Yeah.
14.
So 14. About the same.
For 1 full scoop, it's about 14 ounces of water.
Do all Glitch flavors have that syrup-like quality, or just always slurp?
I didn't get any syrupy kind of taste or quality for even always slurp.
I think when Hunter tried it, because we said, I think you need to touch up a little bit on the water. Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
Because we did say, hey, if it tastes a little strong or syrupy, add a little bit of water.
I mean, from the samples we've been graciously and thankfully given by LastSaiyan, who we have here, to try out for Glitch, I have been thoroughly surprised and have liked all of them. I mean, you both remember my expression in my face when I tried cotton candy. I lit up like a bulb.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy.
Both of you did.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to straight up say, like, nobody's touching that. Did you agree, Teach?
At the moment, yeah.
Nope, nobody's touching Glitch cotton candy right now. I don't think anybody. Because the Ninja Can's not touching that. The 15 calorie, I haven't had in a long time. That's its closest comparison. But the fact that it comes in packets only, that's a turnoff. I'm not getting on a plane anytime soon. Give me the tub, damn it. Which I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I always wondered what happens, because I constantly see this in the group is, hey guys, I'm going on a plane. What do I do?
I mean, I honestly wouldn't be surprised the amount of ex-G Fuel partners that are now going to switch to Glitch because of what happened. I'm sure Gamer Subs is going to get a bunch. I'm sure Advanced GG is. Ghost.
I've had a couple people tell me that you know, I'm just doing it to scalp. But I have offered to a couple of them that were with G Fuel and left due to this, or were fired, some of the ones. I did sort of extend that branch, and I said, you know, it's not, again, like you guys said, it's not being, you know, the competitor, doesn't matter what's in the cup. It's being, you know, just a friend, being there,
a decent
support.
person.
Yeah.
Also, just for saying, you didn't see the video. I think I might have deleted it by accident, but you didn't see me smashing the Bang cotton candy, did you?
No, I don't think I did.
So, tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. First off, we're gonna stop the music to do a drawing.
Are we doing that now?
I think we should.
All right, I'll go grab my CB.
Go ahead. Let's see. So we got a number generator going on. Let's see. I just had a moment ago. What the hell happened to it?
To answer some questions in the chat real quick, because we're trying to mainly stick to the main topic at hand. New metal G Fuel shaker. The shaker, it's metal. They have you know, if you're a fan of the shakers and you like a metal shaker, get it. It'll help keep your drink cooler. Do no wait list. Think it'll be around 30. It'll probably be around 30. It sounds like a good price for it. 20 to 30. I can't see it any higher. What's their average caffeine intake? Relly's probably about, I bet you 300, maybe 400 at max. Mine's more about 900 to 1200 a day.
Yeah. Actually, believe it or not, mine today was probably less than 200.
That's all in my collection.
Goodness saying, what a relic.
Mwah. That is like, you got a stick?
So to give a price comparison for the ice shaker, again, just hold on before I get off topic. So let me just share the screen because I'm getting a little away from this. Okay. Everyone sees this here?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone sees it's working? We've had 47 drawings.
First one will be for the fully sealed Ocean Potion collector box that Relly will be giving away. Technically a caffeinated podcast, but Relly specifically. Second drawing will be for the box with the shaker and the sticker, but no tub.
So let me just get my... So we're going to have 2 drawings here. And then we're going to... I'm going to write these down so I could just find them and just go from there. So, count 3. 1, 2, 3.
And the very
13.
first winner of a sealed Ocean Potion collector box, as they can be kind of hard to find at resale, especially. They were on the rewards if you can't use your reward points, is...
And the second one?
I'll look it up.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
And this will be for the
43
CB without the tub.
Whoop. Don't want to show that. Let's see. Can't wait to go in here.
13 and what?
13 and 43. So let's get some good contrast in here. Oh shit, Shock Daddy uploaded? No, all right.
I just saw that.
You gotta get to that in a moment. Yeah, let's try not to bore people too much. Let's see. So if I go in here, just going by most recent.
So 43. Winner 43 is...
They jangled up our comments. Damn.
You said it was 13?
13 and 43.
Winner for 13 is ER Sea Green? Siege Green?
What? ER won it? Oh my God, dude.
And
Wow.
43 getting the other CB is I think he's actually in the chat possibly, but I'm not sure. Michael McCartney. Michael C. McCartney. But those are our two winners of the CBs.
Let's see if he's in here. So saying, how's the kid doing?
He's doing good. He thankfully, I'm just gonna say, went on vacation, came back from vacation, went to one of my favorite bands' release party for their new album, Motionless in White, and caught COVID. Me, my wife, and our son all caught it. My son was asymptomatic the entire time. So while me and Liz are dying, he's running around like a madman.
One to play.
Yep. Nothing more than a runny nose. Yeah, I found out that I had it when I went to try Azer when they sent me the tub. I make it, shake it, try it, water. And I was like,
Well, this is disappointing.
yeah.
I just reached out to both winners.
Heck yeah.
I'm so stoked, man. So, I mean, ER is a good guy. He really is. But I mean, if anyone is part of the group and has won before, don't be afraid to make a post and tag us in it. We're forever grateful, and it helps to keep the algorithm going, and we have people like this kid on the show. Hype. Let's see.
But back to the main topic at hand. I guess I'll ask you this one, Saiyan. Even though you have been with Glitch for some time now, do you ever see yourself from this exact event happening, ever possibly purchasing any other G Fuel flavor product, anything ever again because of this?
If Logic came out with a new flavor, yes. If Shock came out with a flavor, yes. But other than that, no, not really. Like, Logic is one of my favorite musicians. As you saw, I have a pop. I have his collector's box. I have all of his shakers. I have his memoir book signed. I have his newest CD coming signed. And so I guess if he came out with another flavor, I would definitely hop on that. Or if Shock did, like a new shaker or a new flavor, I would hop on that quick.
Question from the live chat to you, saying is, did you get the reskin Logic box?
I did.
Respectable.
I don't know where I put that box, actually.
So there is talk about Logic and G Fuel being no more. Of course, we have nothing concrete yet.
Really?
I mean, it's been talked about, but I mean, with everything going on, and
yeah, he may. That makes sense with him, who he is. Peace, love, and positivity. He might.
I mean, we're not sure, but it's been talked about. Same thing with KSI, but KSI makes sense. There's certain people with their flavors, it makes sense. But Logic, it's just a rumor. It's been talked about. Upset, or is it just okay?
My big thing is I want to see what Big Dog... Like, I will say this as a disclaimer. I understand if any of the higher big partners or anybody that has their own flavor branded as them stays with the company, because to an extent, again, some of these people, they rely on their paycheck for a living and everybody's got to eat. So I get it. But I'm more curious as this develops because it's kind of been pushed under the rug somewhat recently, even though this just happened, last Friday, last Saturday? Last Friday, I believe.
It was Friday.
Yeah. Which ones are going to eventually think on it more and speak up, or like we'll see if this just keeps getting kind of pushed under the rug?
We shall see.
Because like a big one for me, and I'm just gonna straight call it out, is Shock. Is Shock just going to post like, hey, I have mixed feelings right now and I need to think about this, and then just goes to continue to upload everything? Is he going to acknowledge it? Is he not? Is he just going to let it be a part of being pushed under the rug? Should any partners be blamed for letting it be pushed under the rug and not having a say on it? Because Shock definitely had one of these as his talent managers. Like, he wasn't anything different.
Yeah.
So just to let
Same with JP.
One guy that I think and I understand where City's coming from, not just as a partner of another brand, but it's just, I think with City, as far as, and I completely respect their opinion, but and I'm talking glitch aside, of course, but I'm just going as to when you have a brand and when you have certain feelings, and there's some people that just have certain strikes, and then it's just like, okay, with this thing going on, this one I just can't get past, I'm out. And that could go from something you drink, that could be a clothing brand, that could be anything. Or people, we have right. We could do that. G Fuel's lack of response is BS. It's drastic.
I kind of agree with Eli there. I think the firing is definitely upsetting, unsettling, and more, but I think it's more the fact that they have not put out any statement on it in regards with how much they have been flacked for it is the bigger part about it.
Yeah.
So when Shock goes, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen, and he's posted his Mega Man review, it makes me happy because, it's been out for a couple days now. We'll see how this goes, but the fact that he took the weekend off, the fact that he uploaded and went upload everything today, that just means I think he's not completely down in the dumps where I think we have to worry about him. We're concerned about him, but I don't think we gotta worry about him.
Sure, take that on the personal level. We have much love for everybody and always want to see everybody in good health, mental and physically, but the main question stands about Shock. Is he then just posting it so he can kind of deflect the situation and then just keep pushing his code and pushing his videos? Or is he also, by doing that, technically saying he's okay with everything that happened?
I don't think he's okay with this, but at the same time, based on everything that's been going on, I'm not trying to... Listen, when you don't have... even if you do have a flavor, right? There's so many people... It's so hard when you want to go against somebody or directly against the brand. Like me, I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid in that regard because I'm not trying to fight anybody. And it's okay if you want to not be part of that and still just be like, listen, guys, I'm here. I'm just doing my thing. Please don't hurt me. I feel like that's where he's in that regard. It's like you kind of get that part where you don't feel comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah. And knowing Reed, he's more than likely not okay with everything that's going down. Because it's the same with him, isn't he? I think he's in the Facebook group still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's the same with him. These are people that he talks to constantly, and it's got to be that same where it's like, damn, this sucks, but it is business. You still have to try.
We just finished our giveaway.
I also say to the aspect we brought up earlier is A-Drive put himself and his partnership on the line, and he's had one of the best-selling flavors for the company. While I may think Shiny Splash is the most overrated flavor ever, he put his potential sponsorship on the line, and even was like, hey, this is messed up. As one of your top influencers, I need to hear something back, or I may possibly be leaving. Again, he has his other revenue outlets, etc., so he may not be hurting for the loss of the paycheck. And I understand, again, partners may stick with them because they need that paycheck. I just think that there are more partners that probably should make the acknowledgement other than I'm feeling uneasy. Because I said I'm feeling uneasy, we'll push it to the side. Here's my new stuff.
Yeah.
You know who's also really loyal to the brand, who's active on Twitter but hasn't said anything?
I have a feeling.
Take a wild guess.
The virus?
Merk Anthony.
Oh, I don't follow Merk.
Yeah,
See,
I don't.
well, it just kind of goes like this. When you see somebody retweet something and it's been within the last couple of days, I mean, right now he's in Vegas kind of just doing his thing for what it looks like. But I'm very surprised he hasn't reached out. But again, he's been loyal to the brand for quite some time now.
I mean, the other kind of like open question goes is that, like, again, regardless of the paycheck part, regardless of the sponsor code part, does by somebody staying with the brand after this is going on, then acknowledge that they are okay with what had went down without saying they weren't okay with what went down. I think it's one thing for like Shock, for the example that we're using here, to be like, I'm feeling uneasy this weekend. A lot of people want to like make that thought connect it with the situation that went down, but that doesn't 110% mean that it does. He could have other stuff in life going on, like he said with something with this girl, etc. Like, is this them saying that they're okay with what happened? Because a lot of people in the like, we are all upset that the talent managers got fired, but I think the bigger part why people are upset is because of one, of how it went down, and two, because a lot of people viewed G Fuel as a like passionate, loving, open, fun brand, and they hated to see the toxicity in the workplace and what went down.
I agree with City here. It's like, if you choose to stick with G Fuel, you don't want to be known as being the bad guy. I mean, it's a decision, but it's not an easy decision.
Yeah.
And since we don't know all the details, right? Now, whether if you think about a paycheck, or if you think about a free tub, it's hard to really use the term sellout here. Especially with not all the details going to come out. Now, is this important? Yes. Is G Fuel going to have a lot of promo money to go through soon? Oh, come July 1st, they're going to be like, wow, we got some promo money. Hopefully it goes to an artist or something, but yeah.
I mean, is this also technically going to be the month that a lot of people will see their codes used less or use more because of what went down?
I actually remember, I think it was Shock's girlfriend that went to the hospital not too long ago. Not sure about if it was Reed, but I don't want to get anything twisted. So let's just make sure everybody's happy, healthy, and well. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I haven't been feeling the greatest as of lately. So I get all this. This broke the hump on the camel's back, and I don't have what's in my system the last couple of years around mid-June because of my work, which is nice. But this is just, oh my goodness. I'd rather have somebody rip out my other front tooth. My God, this is terrible.
I do agree, it is terrible. I also say this from the extent of like having an ex-friend who is on Shock's, like they don't put out YouTube video reviews, but on Shock's same followers, same code usage, an ex-friend who was with the company for 7 years still leaving the company in partnership because of this.
Yeah, let's see. Now, and the thing is too, is like, I was actually thinking about wearing a creator shirt, but in case anyone's watching this, I do not want to ruin it for him. So I'm glad I went with something, just for the month, because I do not want to put my guy in jeopardy.
What, JP?
Like, I didn't want to wear a JP hoodie and go off on something. I didn't want to do that. And I understand that he's not responsible for everybody in his audience, but at the same time, we don't condone what the trolls did about an hour ago.
Oh, definitely not.
It's like, we don't condone that. Like seriously, that was the most terrible thing I've ever. I can't believe somebody actually had the balls to do that, but such is life.
Oh, I'm not surprised by it. It's the typical internet. Those people sit on StreamYard and do that stuff so that way anytime somebody open calls it, they just are in and they just show that off.
Yep.
It's the same thing with hate raids on Discord.
Yeah. I mean, Shaq has always been genuine, and you can tell, like, even when he's on camera, the way that he kind of talks and the way he feels kind of a little quirky, just to me, it just comes off of being a genuine guy. Shaq is one of us at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I agree. I 110. Like, again, I'm not saying all this to hate on Shock. I think Shock is a genuine good guy, but I don't feel like Shock should just automatically get a pass because people like him or we feel he's a genuine good guy.
Well, I feel like he's just conflicted, and he goes, I don't want to get in trouble. Even when he goes on camera in his videos, he goes, I'm not really sure if I should be doing this, but I'm trying anyway. If you see this and it's still there, it's not deleted, so okay.
Yeah, I remember when he uploaded
The vaulted flavors of this year, and he goes, I'm not sure if I could voice my opinion on this, but let's go.
I think it was like the Venom cans or something. Like he did a video of them like really early.
That's a little different because it wasn't from G Fuel's perspective. It's from Sony because Sony gives the green light when and when can't creators post when they do collabs with companies like that.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah, Sony's weird to work with.
I can imagine.
Yeah, Sony is Sony, but he doesn't want to step on anyone's toes.
Like, I found it funny because I was the one that sent him the radioactive lemonade cans before they were early and actually fully out because I knew a store by me that got them a week early. I sent them out to Shock. And in his video, yes, he does shout me out, which is cool, whatever. But like the dude still had him in the packaging and was drinking from other cans. So I was like, what was the point of me sending them out to you, my brother? My brother in Christ. What?
It's one of those things, I know. Not only that, but the one thing that really gets me is, well, a guy like you, right? And thankfully you actually have Walmarts around you that actually does have cans, because by me, if I go to Walmart,
I don't understand that either. You and I are right near where G Fuel is from.
They're from freaking Long Island.
Yeah.
Well, it's also
there's none around us.
It's not every Walmart, which is weirdly enough. It's not like a widespread Walmart thing because I have two Walmarts within a 20-mile radius of each other. One of them has a ton right now, which is where I've been getting my cans, and I've been shipping them out to people who can't receive these cans so they can then try them. And the other one doesn't have any G Fuel at all.
I have two Walmarts. They are 12 miles apart, and they both have room gods.
Yep.
Saying we're getting banged in the prostate by good old New York State.
Yeah.
I will say, speaking of cans, on a weird, related, not related topic, I would like to see more other companies reach out and try to do cans.
You know, that's not a bad idea, but
I would like I know this is a far-fetched future thing, and they've not been a company as long as G Fuel, but I think it'd be cool to see Glitch do it.
Me and City were actually talking about that not that long ago. I think it was yesterday even.
Another New Yorker. Hey.
Oh wow, you're not that far from me.
Yeah, there we go.
I mean, that's where you get with a plug like me, and I'll send you some cans, even though I know he's been sent some already.
But the thing that kind of, what happens is the grape gummy and the blueberry muffin. That's exclusive to Sheetz. Is kind of like a convenience store and gas station, so you're only gonna find them in those places, and those are, I think they're all in Pennsylvania actually.
I think there's one in California.
I mean, we've vaguely have covered that topic in the past before of how it's kind of mediocre for them to do exclusive with certain companies, but it also kind of makes sense because when you technically think about it, when I go to Walmart, the average person nowadays, everybody knows a Monster, everybody knows a Red Bull, everybody knows a Rockstar. They walk past and they say, "Oh, G Fuel, what's that? That looks like some weird off-brand thing. I don't know if I want to try this or not." Not everybody's willing to try a different company, and still to this day, not everybody knows of G Fuel. I know many even personal friends that don't know what G Fuel is and have never heard of it, but everybody knows Monster and Rockstar, Red Bull.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that gets me though is like, let's say hypothetically I started drinking this in 2012, right? Just like you did. And if I knew what G Fuel was back then, it would be in my rotation, honest to God. But what gets me is that when you start seeing the Spider-Man cans all in the stores and they haven't even shipped the powders yet, I'm kind of pissed. I'm a little annoyed.
Oh yeah, that would irritate me too, especially if I had like pre-ordered it months in advance.
Yeah, I got the pre-order. I got both the box sent in my order, right? Everyone's getting cans. They since sold out for the pre-orders. They have it for pre-order again. And there's people that got those orders from the second round, and I'm still waiting on the first. I'm like, what the hell am I? Chopped liver? Come on.
Back when Nemesis T released, long ago in a galaxy far, far away.
OG Nemesis, I take it.
OG Nemesis. Remember when Bubblegum was coming out? Remember how it got delayed? I think it was for like a month or something like that. They delayed the flavor for a bit. I don't know how big this will make it sound, but I was part of the reason why it got delayed. Because I had ordered 2 tubs of Nemesis and 2 packs of their Nemesis cans. And it took 2 months for it to finally ship. And they were hyping bubblegum and all that, and nothing was coming of it. And so people were taking to Twitter and everywhere trying to get answers on what was taking so long. Suddenly, bubblegum was delayed, and out comes my cans and my tubs getting shipped and everyone else's.
For such a bad flavor, too.
Yeah.
So, you told me that you tried the glitch bubble gum?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got sent a little sample of it.
Teach, we gotta ask. How's the glitch bubble gum?
It's pretty good. I mean, I'm not a big bubblegum flavor person.
Same. So,
but it's not like G Fuels that tastes like fucking Pepto-Bismol.
I mean, if you send us a sample of that may be the only glitch flavor I will have tried so far. That'll probably be on the bottom of the list, and it's not even because it's made by Glitch or G Fuel or any of that. It's just that I don't think bubblegum is one thing that needs to be made in a liquid form.
Thank you. Okay, I will get in touch with them and get a couple samples sent.
So, from what you're telling me, so the way that G Fuel makes their bubblegum is you taste regular, like the regular pink sticks of bubblegum, but then you have this, I remember a Pepto-Bismol aftertaste, and I remember this was one of my first flavor reviews I made in the video. I spit it in a trash can.
Yeah. My brother had me try it. Because he turned me on to G Fuel, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got the bubblegum flavor and all this," and he was like, "Oh, you should try it. You're the cause of it being delayed. You should try it."
Well, so, he's got a point there.
So I try it, and oh my god, I immediately said to him, "Did you give me the bubblegum flavor or fucking Pepto-Bismol?" He's like, "No," and shows me the tub, and I'm like, this does not taste like it should in any way, shape, or form.
Oh my goodness. Although, here's a good one. Especially since some people haven't seen and you haven't, especially you, but One thing I forgot to do, I'll stop this so you could watch this video right here. Teach, you've seen this, and
Is this
just
your
yes,
judge video?
yes, that is Judge Relly demolished to you, buddy.
See, this man's out here creating content out here when he could be creating it on the podcast. He's literally giving you guys free content when we could have had this on the podcast. Did he do it? No.
Yes. Also, it's one day that's gonna be spelled correctly. One day, Facebook subtitles.
So I also don't feel like it's much of a competition because me, in my opinion, Bang isn't all that great. Which we haven't covered a ton of Bang, but I don't think Bang. I mean, Bang has powder, but it's only for like pre-workout, I believe. I don't think they have just an energy supplement form.
Again, the creatine fucks up the program.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Anyway.
I don't think it's being.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Oh, the volume's not playing? That's balls. Really?
Yep.
Oh well. I think I have to figure it out sometime. Let's see. ER got back to me. Michigan guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I text him and I'm like, "Hey, dude, you won." He goes, "Wait, the caffeinated giveaway?" "Yes, sir." He goes, "Thank you so much." Gave me the Addy and everything else. He goes, "Sorry, I was busy." Let's see. Think of it right. No worries, man. I got you. God, we got some good people around here. You guys are the best. So hold on, Eoff. Hey, dude, is there a chance that we could actually give you an invite? Just to have you on the program. And also, you want to know what really tasted like the toothpaste? Saying, I'm not sure if you've tried it, but have you tried bubblegum mint? Or, I'm sorry, the Dub Melon Mint.
Yes.
That's literally the perfect reaction because people diehard love Dub Melon Mint. I don't understand how.
A friend of mine gave me that tub because they bought two and they're like, "Oh, this is like the greatest flavor G Fuel has ever released." And they're like, "Oh, I'm giving you a tub of this because you'll feel the same way." No, it tastes like toothpaste.
So, dude,
there's people that have bought in that tub for $100 sealed.
People love it, and I respect their bad opinion of it because we all have our opinions, and it's okay to love your favorite flavor. But I'm gonna make this out of a joke and seriousness. Relly over here gives me crap for liking Divine Peach, and he's like, "I didn't know you like Trident Gum so much. It's literally Trident Gum." And people over here are loving Dub Melon Mint when it's like you're literally drinking XY gum with a little hint of watermelon mint. Like, what? At least Trident Gum has this fruity kiwi, peach, dragon fruit, whatever the hell gum flavor in that, like,
So so I was breaking his balls and he goes, Divine Peach is really good. And I'm like, oh, so you'll drink Trident Gum. And he goes, all right, buddy, didn't you have a Dub Melon Mint? Now here's the thing. There's people that spit out and say, I taste the dentist.
Yeah.
And some people are like, this is on my shrine.
I just don't feel like mint or bubblegum ever needs to be in liquid form. Unless maybe you're putting it into a medicine form to have a kid make it think it tastes better. But otherwise, should not be in any caffeinated form.
Actually, you want to know what's really funny that I actually had over the weekend? So, my dumbass sister forgot a Father's Day card. So, I got to go down to the Dollar Tree. All right? So, for the hell of it, I'm going through the back corner. The very back left corner is where they got Arizona iced teas, energy drinks, the works. Plenty of rock stars, Rippets, but occasionally they'll have something good back there. So I find a couple of gems. Okay? Do I see a couple rock stars in there? Yeah. Do I see the, oh my goodness, the Zoa, the orange Zoa that I dumped out my freaking window here? Yeah, it was there. It was there. So, I see this brand called Accelerator. It's this big A logo. One thing I forgot that G Fuel lacked was an orange flavor. In energy. They got it in hydration now, but
Well, they
Still.
did have the no caffeine one, and technically, no, they do have an hydration now. They had the blood orange caffeine free, but they had technically, what was it? Save the bees, bee sauce, hive nectar,
Well, I'm just saying, Morbus is painfully mediocre.
tangerine, or nectarine,
Orange nectarine. They had stonks, but then it's just like, hi, here it is, and now it's gone. Blood
Which
orange
tastes
was
more like high C orange than actual blood orange.
respectable.
I bought 2 tubs of that when it came out.
Blinga, you know this. We tried orange Zoa on the show, and it basically you open a thing and all you smell is stevia, and stevia will ruin any flavor just like creatine. So that was a wash.
Yeah, I bought one because I'm a big fan of The Rock, and I was like, oh, he has an energy drink. I gotta try this. Because
All right, you off bet. We'll have you on some more time. And again, next week we'll see what happens.
Because you know, Relly, a certain person that I know, and so The Rock comes out with an energy drink, and I'm like, oh, I've gotta try this. And I popped it open, and I had just like a big smile on my face to try it. Took one sip of it, and I was like, that's disgusting.
Pain!
Yeah,
The fact that you hit it with the exclusive GNC only, and I see it in the Dollar Tree. Come on, man!
after really trying it, I don't care to try Zoa.
I see that at Walmart. I see it at GNC. I see it everywhere.
It was too painfully mediocre to be only in one place.
Yeah, I guess so.
But back to this can of Accelerator. Now, I go to a Dollar Tree. I pay $1.25 for it. It is an orange mango. So, think about it in this regard, right? You know how there's like the 3 Jonas Brothers that do music, and then they have a little brother and nobody even knows his name? Think about like Glitch, Blood Orange, Peach Mango, and probably you could throw in any third orange flavor or whatever else in there, right? The Accelerator can in there is like the little brother nobody knows and maybe nobody cares about, was absolutely respectable. That was very good yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
So
And while I was there,
go to
Teach,
Dollar
you're probably going
Tree.
to kill me.
Keep an eye open for it.
Absolutely. And Teacher got to kill me for this one, but I needed some seltzer to pour down my sink for maintenance purposes. So I actually grabbed, I forgot what the hell brand was in Dollar Tree, but it was a cucumber mint. Believe it or not, it was like having a White Claw, but without the booze. Actually, not bad.
What, you drank that?
No, I told you I need a couple to throw down my sink, carbonated water down the sink. So I took a couple of sips for science. I said it was just okay, and then dumped the rest. Again, maintenance purposes.
But you're telling me you didn't take a thing of G Fuel Mystery and put it under like a what are those carbonated things called?
Like Soda Stream?
Soda Stream. You're telling me you didn't just carbonate Leche, your favorite drain cleaner, to clean your drains?
So if I had a mystery tub, I would work something out with a friend. Joey would be my first call.
You should have hit up Mr. Mel and be like, look, dude, I need to clean my drains. You got any of that mystery that left?
Hold on. This is going to be funny. I always like to break his balls. And by the way, ironically, the guy just bought LastSaiyan 2, but Jake also bought a copy of my book.
Shameless plug.
Yes. Excuse me, Melon Incorporated. I'm having a drain issue, and I was wondering if I could buy one of your products. So could you please hit me up at Relly Demolish Incorporated, and I will be happy to inquire business. Thank you, and have a good evening.
I will say, if anybody ever hits up Mr. Allen for samples for G Fuel wise, and you're looking for Peach Mango or Ocean Potion, he has restocked. I can confirm that.
Oh, by the way, I did send that.
Oh, I believe it.
Yes, I do too.
Just hit some other comments real quick in chat. What about the ramen flavor? Ramen flavor was a joke. Nobody's like actually drinking that out of drinking passion. If you want to make some actual ramen with that, go ahead. But nobody's drinking that as is. Just like Sanic chili dog. Those are both meme flavors and understood to be meme flavors. Orange Granthony, I didn't mind. It definitely wasn't strong. It definitely wasn't like the greatest orange, but I really liked Orange Granthony and drank through my tub pretty quick.
Yes. But yeah, just the orange itself, right? I think they tried to lean around it. But I always think it's like if you're G Fuel, I understand you got plenty of flavors. But I just think like an orange one was kind of like an obvious one you missed out on.
Mhm.
Or it's like not active. Like, think about it. 2 months ago, just about, right? They didn't have a grape and they didn't have an orange. It's like, don't you complete the fruit tree before you go off of there? Then we're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're giving you Pixel Potion, which it's okay. I prefer. I put that underneath the sour grape ape, but the
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
grape.
prefer Grape Ape over Pixel.
I think Teach disagrees, but we agree to disagree.
I felt like they were in two different categories because one was meant to be sour and one wasn't. Like me personally, I didn't get any sourness out of Grape Ape. I think it's a fantastic grape flavor and highly recommend anybody that likes grape. I think Sour Pixel actually has a little bit of a sour to it.
That's fair enough. That's very fair enough.
Yeah, I haven't had Pixel in about a year, 2 years.
Cranthony tasted like stale Tang to me.
Actually, that's why I liked Cranthony, was it did have like a tang taste to it when I tried it. That was back when it came out.
I was thoroughly surprised by Cranthony.
I was too.
Like, that was a flavor I thought was going to be kind of mid, and I was pleasantly surprised. It was pleasantly refreshing, and I went through my tub quite quickly, and I had to hold back.
The one thing I'm surprised about is that G Fuel sort of quietly signed the metal band Trivium, and they have done nothing with them.
So, whoa, here's something interesting. If you're dropping a brand in search of a new one, we'd love to see what we can do for you. Email nate@jujuenergy.com. Retweets welcome. So that's huge right there.
Yeah, like I said, at the beginning of the show, a lot of these other companies right now have a huge time to pick up big creators. Glitch, Advanced, Gamer Subs, Juju. All of these companies right now have open agents.
They're free agents. They can do what they want.
Yep.
I mean, it goes back to saying like earlier, am I going to stop buying G Fuel? I can't say for sure. I've lost a lot of respect. Am I automatically going to straight up sell everything I own that I've been collecting for so many years? Probably not. If I were to be giving a sponsorship by any of the above companies we just said about, there's a chance then. But like, again, I can't see myself just straight up and selling all of these products because of what happened.
So here's where I'm sitting at. I'm going to have to... I'm looking at the space I have, and I think that I'm going to have to unload some tubs just to make space and just to make sure everything doesn't go bad. Like, I still have an original skin of Black on Blackberry before they redid it to Doodleberry, stuff like that.
Well, that's
So
different than it being about the debacle.
As far as the debacle goes, I think when new flavors come out and for content creating purposes, because I do it for people like those who are watching the stream in the group, everything else, I feel like it's going to take a little while because I think I'm going to just keep buying my samples and keep going it from there for people, and I think that's okay. As far as absolutely buying a product, I mean, right now, I can say I would rather go half and half on something with somebody and just say, look, put half of it in a bag, ship it to me. It might be going like that. As far as my decision, I think it's okay for me and everybody else to be in the stance of, listen, we do not support what's going on, but we're undecided at the moment. But we just want to hope that every consumer, streamer, creator, current or past employee is okay. And I think we can all do this civilly.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that there is a lot of malice intent in certain people, and there are a few that are going to back the brand until they're blue in the face to try and say that. But, you know, if anyone says, oh, he didn't mean all that, I'm just going to say you're full of shit. Like, as of right now, as I said before, forgetting my master, but I think everyone could read in between the lines here.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I was waiting for somebody to point it out for all night.
Oh, I think we all saw it. We just kind of...
Yeah, just acknowledged it without acknowledging it.
Yeah.
Essentially. I'm surprised nobody called it out in the audience either. Very surprised.
I mean, it's like the same thing. I literally own so many tubs and so many cans behind me. I don't view myself just up and selling all of it now because of it. Like, there's so much product that I own because of the years I've supported the company. And now I got a freaking fridge on the way. What am I supposed to do?
Use the fridge to store a couple boxes on it.
And speaking of that, I did buy the fridge from an ex now partner named Big Sin that many people may know or have used this code for G Fuel in the past. If the tentative schedule stays the same, we will be slightly going over this topic again next episode next week with Big Sin on the show.
I completely forgot that he was in the group as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he was the one that I bought the fridge from. He wanted to get rid of it. It was still at a good price. It's also like the exact, like when we were all good fans of G Fuel with all this debacle happened, like it was the one fridge I've always wanted, which was the Doodle fridge.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now, as far as, hey, B-Mac, I just want to let you know.
Big Poppy in the house.
So, they were working on something. They do have a partnership with an athlete of the Phoenix Suns, which I think they're testing in waters bigger than we could think about, but at the same time, they did also sponsor. He is a gamer and he does have a decent following, but he technically was, I say was because he was cut just 2 days ago from the Green Bay Packers, and he was a quarterback.
I mean, I can't ever, like, even again, before this whole debacle, I could never truly blame G Fuel for wanting to reach out with bigger companies and have big collabs because it's just more promotion for their company. You may say, like, some of the flavors they come out with that are kind of crap, but I think even some of the flavors they've come out with from the collabs have been fantastic flavors that some of us love. I freaking love Venom and Carnage. I think that was one of their best collabs they've ever done. I think Spider-Man was one of their worst because Radioactive Lemonade was crap.
I wanted a Carnage box, but I was like, do I want Venom or Carnage more? And I'm a giant Venom fan, so I was like, oh, that one, I guess.
See, right here, I'm a giant Venom and Carnage fan myself, so I was like, I have to have both for the collection regardless. That's why I have both the actual inflatables. Like,
yeah, I was going to say, I've been, like, eyeballing them since you put that over.
I may need to rehang this one, but...
To answer... I agree, B-Mac. Radioactive Lemonade was trash. Java, KSI with G Fuel. So right now, you can still get Orange Vibe cans. Right now, the only place you can get a tub is if you were to find one secondhand or from another retailer. because right now Orange Vibe is not on the website. His status is up in the air. But to answer the question about Roman, the last time he said something was June 16th. It was about YouTube creators, and he has not been active on Twitter as of this moment in time. Let's see who we got next. I did order Temp V, not gonna lie. I just got into The Boys. I never got into it, so it's all right.
I didn't get into The Boys, and I also didn't order Temp V.
I mean, you haven't ordered the last couple of boxes, but I mean,
technically, I didn't order it. You did, and then I would just rebuy it from you. Technically
speaking, yes. But I'm saying Temp V to me wasn't a flavor where it's just like, oh, hands on deck.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Naruto, hey, heads on deck. I'm calling the boys. Mega Man, calling the boys. Doctor Strange, hell yes. Temp V, yeah. You know, it's kind of like talking about in the Midwest when it's not corn. It's like, any bucks? No. Any movies, TV shows? No. What's to talk about corn? Oh, buddy, I got a story for you.
Did you see that cornfield over there?
Yes. Oh, big corn, tall corn, yellow corn.
I think, of course, I say this very openly, not to the exactness. Like, I think we kind of can speak for a lot of people to an extent, even though everybody has their own opinions, is that a lot of consumers that were loyal to the brand felt backstabbed. Whether or not people want to sell their collections is one thing. I think a lot of people were just really disappointed with what went about.
Honestly, Ehoff, don't be mad at yourself. Seriously.
Like, do you know how long I worked to get this Raging Gummifish CB for the collection fully sealed and in good condition? You know how hard this was to find? You think I want to get rid of this just because of this whole debacle? No. Honestly, no.
Yeah, like, I don't even care if, like, it's announced that Logic has left G Fuel and all that. I'll still keep my box. I'll still keep my shakers. Will I be sad that I won't be able to get Bobby Boysenberry anymore? Yes.
I would too. I like that flavor a lot.
I have a sealed tub of it because my other one is getting low.
Which I hope they stay collab, because they really need to come out with more boysenberry cans, because I miss that can flavor.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy.
I wonder if other big creators have commented about this. Like, for example, this is for a friend, but if this guy commented on the situation, this
I don't think he has.
Now.
Well, it's not like he has a Twitter account either, and I think if they did, I mean,
wait, Pewds doesn't have a Twitter?
I don't believe he has an official Twitter account. There's been like these fan base things. I haven't. If somebody could find it, please let me know, because every time I search in PewDiePie in the Twitter browser, I don't see like a check mark, anything like that.
I'll ask my cousin if he has one. He would know him. He would know.
Like, if you search PewDiePie and you go for people, there's nothing really there. Like, hey, PewDiePie, crisp beef lasagna, power 1%. But guess what? No followers following 22. Like, you put PewDiePie in there and you get nothing.
I wonder if it's under his real name.
I think it is.
Do not ask me how to pronounce or spell his last name.
Oh, he actually deleted his Twitter.
That's what I thought. So that was probably a while back, because I could be for anybody. You could say something you don't like.
He has an Instagram. I do know that.
So, okay.
I guess he actually hasn't had one in years. He left in 2019.
I'm curious how similar Temp V and the lemon lime tub will be.
They're going to be different.
And you are the biggest lemon lime guy I've ever met.
I mean, you're going to have similar lemon lime. You're going to have similar citrus notes, but they're also going to be a little bit different, because it's supposed to be a sour lemon lime punch. But like citrus is citrus. Yeah, I still own a black seal tub. Yeah, the compound V sounds disgusting. I don't think I
So
want to get that.
there's one account. It's under PewDiePie, right? It says, "I don't use Twitter. This account is just to prevent fake ones," and that's it. Followers 506,000. Not following anybody, and I believe it's blank.
I mean, I've looked up creators that are partnered still, or have technically possibly left. Because like Zedra just came out with her flavor. She never really posted anything about the G Fuel debacle.
She's off fishing. Last I saw.
Posted yesterday.
Yeah.
She was off noodling.
I mean, even if you're fishing, you can still make a statement about what's going on. Did Mark Anthony say anything?
Mark Anthony has not said anything. We might as well keep guessing creators at this point because, I mean, this is going to get good. As far as A Drive goes, here's an interesting one. 10 hours ago, he talked about the brand new Shiny merch dropping at teamshiny.com. His wife posted about him and their daughter.
Shiny's different than just Shiny Splash with G Fuel, because Shiny is his like thing with Shiny Pokemon. But like the one creator I will admit that I'm very surprised that I at least haven't seen anything from about this, because he's a very vocal person, is Charlie Moist Critical Penguin Zero, whatever you want to call him.
Yes, nothing from Moist yet. Hey, Ehoff, we'll catch you around sometime soon, my man. Next time you have a stream, I hope to be in there. And we hope to have you on the show sometime, my man. Hit us up in the DMs, do what you gotta do. I know you're busy, and have a good night.
Then again, he never fully like promoted in his description or anything saying he was sponsored by G Fuel. He has promoted his flavor before, but he never made any official tweets, and he's a very vocal person. And he's also never really said anything against the recent debacle. I wonder.
Still has G Fuel in description.
That's actually another good one to think about is Butters.
That's what somebody said. So
yeah,
the 18th
Hannah,
is rocking the Vans and Solar Moon collab. The 16th.
Like I haven't even seen Chloe say anything about it.
I think Chloe is done.
Yeah.
I say
G Fuel in any of her stuff anymore.
Well, Chloe wasn't a talent director. She was the
media manager.
Correct. And she doesn't have G Fuel anywhere in her Twitter profile or anything like before.
Yeah, she used to have it everywhere, and now it's nothing.
Which is really weird, because I want to know the story there if she left because of this debacle, because I don't see them laying her off because of it.
Mm-mm.
So if you
because she would truthfully be the best person to try and do some damage control.
There's no G Fuel in her description.
Nope.
One person I know that's sponsored but would never give 2 cares to say anything is XQC and his flavor.
Yeah, well,
I'm sorry, but when you're XQC and you're Captain Controversy, you know what I mean?
Well, really, there isn't too many other partnered flavors out right now when you really think about it. Other than the other ones we brought up, all of them are just subtle flavors that they've come out with on their own, or they are just big media collabs. I guess the one would be Summit 1G. And I don't believe he has said anything.
No, Summit 1G hasn't said anything, just post of when he goes live, so that's understandable. Okay, so Moist Critical, we got 2 tweets today, 10 hours ago. The meanest people on here are always the ones with bios like too much negativity in the world. I'm just doing my part to bring some wholesomeness, good vibes only.
Yeah, but I don't think that was related to G Fuel.
Bios, then 50,000 tweets shitting on everyone, everything. 4 minutes ago, I've never really replied to tweets, but today that changes. For too long, my friends have replied to my tweets only for me to remain silent. I swear I don't hate you, and I'll prove it from now on.
Yeah, that was nothing really pertinent to G Fuel wise.
Uh, I don't. Again, can't make heads or tails here. It's just so awkward. Doesn't matter if it's a couple days later. It's just awkward. It hasn't even been a week.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jabba. The raspberry.
What's her name?
Yeah. Dancing.
Yeah.
How you spell that? Oh, I got it. Yeah, right.
D-A-N-C-U-D.
I had up here. Let's see. Call of Duty Mobile.
DANUCD.
UCD.
Day 3 of Call of Duty Play Mobile, whatever.
She is still showing she sponsored G Fuel.
Yeah.
It's that one thing where this is a very weird situation because, again, I can't blame some bigger creators for trying to push it under the rug, and I also can because people make the argument, and I also understand both ways because we try to be as non-biased as we can here of, if you don't acknowledge something, then that also means you then support it. So I understand both sides where a lot of people can come from, which is kind of where I was originally making the comments with Shock earlier.
Yep. Everyone is awful here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, saying you and your son laughing, it's lighting up the night. I can't stress that enough. Cannot stress that enough. Oh.
I mean, we were very happy to have you on, Saying. We always are, even though we wish to have you on for different circumstances.
Reasons. Code OSG on G Fuel. Let's see. Nostalgia game. Happy Father's Day. Fortnite Zero Bill clip. Another Fortnite clip. Fortnite screenshot. And
I honestly think at this point, unless the creator hasn't said anything about it, it's just going under the rug and they're going to stick with the company, which, again, I can't blame them for staying with the check. I understand this. This is a really weird situation. I think it's all how it was handled by the company. Again, I have the opinion personally, if it was just like actual business restructuring, yes, it would then be really unfortunate for the talent directors to be laid off. But because of how it went down for them being laid off of what was said and then the no notice, I also understand how that can be upsetting.
Indeed so. Like, just such a... Oh.
I mean, Eli, while you do say that, and I understand the standpoint, I know people that have had creator codes that are on the same level as Shock, and they have been with the company for 7 years, and they have left their partnership.
Not only that, but that's your only regular... I mean, that's mostly income right there.
Like, to put it out there bluntly, I used to have a close friend, not anymore, Seabed GG. He was a sponsor with G Fuel for a very long time, for 7 years. He was part of this last March Madness to have his own shaker and to have his own tub. Unfortunately, he didn't win, but he was with that company for a long time. He doesn't make YouTube videos reviews, but he has had his code used up 10 times similar to Shock, and he still left the company over it. He terminated his contract.
I have, 3 friends that were involved in that March Madness thing, and I was sad that all 3 of them lost. Gab, Queen Eliminator, and Hollow Fox. And I was sad all of them lost.
It says right here for CBAD, this is less than 2 hours ago on Twitter. As of today, I am legally a free agent.
Yeah, because he terminated his contract, so the contract termination went through.
Yeah, so it's what I'm saying is it's just official.
I wonder if Baddie is staying with the company.
Ooh, and his shaker just dropped recently too. Baddie Streams, right? Yep. Let's see.
He's still with G Fuel.
At least that's what it says in the bio. Let's see. He's kind of active on there.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't have he didn't put an opinion on it. He's even reshared their tweet the other day, or just yesterday, with the Pink Lemonade being re-released. It's a weird thing. Again, we all have really mixed opinions on it. It was a very shitty situation, how it went down. I understand creators leaving. I also technically understand creators staying. I know a lot of people are... It's also one of those things to where this is the one thing that I think upsets me the most is the... G Fuel is such a giant. And they are arguably, and have been, if not were, number one in the energy supplement companies for a very long time because they're so big. And when any one small thing happens to these companies, everybody wants to throw dirt on them. Everybody wants to throw shit at them, regardless of what it is. They all just love to see the giants fall.
Yep.
I have not seen, unless it was on Twitch, Dismal hasn't posted anything. Somebody said Stone Mountain. And this shaker, before it got re-released, that thing was quite the thing to have.
That was a hot item.
Before it got re-released, yeah.
I honestly do also think that if G Fuel would have made an official response to this, it would have worked out a lot better for them.
Mm-hmm.
We've been constantly saying it. It's like, listen, make a reply. Do something.
Yeah, stop banning people and just straight up just say, hey.
Well, like the weird...
If you're going to ban paying customers, too, for asking, that's bad for business.
Well, actually, at one point in that stream, Cliff did say to stop banning people. Because I don't think Cliff was originally telling people to be banned. I think his name is Ethan behind the scenes that does like the modding, was just hitting everybody for it. And then Cliff was like, what the hell, why are we banning people?
No.
Because that was also a bad timing because they were trying to do their Knuckles promotion, and then everybody wanted to come up in the chat and be like, what the heck's going on?
Speaking of that game, Relly, is like one of my favorites too.
Oh, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle?
Battle 2? Yeah.
Dude, that's one of the...
I have it on my Xbox and play it endlessly.
And also, at the time, like, when's the last time a Sonic game was rated in the 9s?
Yeah.
Never.
And it had, like, the little Chow Garden and all that you could do on the side.
That was the best Chow Garden they've ever had in any game they made. They could bring it back, but they've lacked that. And again, it makes me so sad because with Sonic 2006, if you wait a couple years and you could download patches like you do now, it's a complete game. It's an 8, and nobody bitches and moans. But they rushed it, they effed the program, and we pay the price. Such is life.
Yep.
Seriously, man, that game was the reason why you have a kid buy a GameCube.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me, it was Wind Waker. Because,
it's up there, though. Like, you go buy the best GameCube games of all time, it's like, okay, go one per... I see that.
I'm a giant Zelda fan.
To be honest, to be completely honest with you, if you were to do these rankings, like if we were to do game rankings, I always say, I do like Ask Mojo where it goes, hey, buddy, one per franchise. Otherwise, there's like 3 Zelda games, at least 2 Mario games, all that. So it's like Wind Waker is up there in the top 5, top 3, depending on who you are. There's probably there's got to be one Mario game in there. Probably Double Dash, if I had to guess. Just me, maybe.
But do you guys think an apology this late would be acceptable?
I think you're going to have to do it eventually, and you're going to get, no matter what, you're in deep shit. Okay?
Yep.
But can you climb out a little bit? Yes. It doesn't matter if somebody's in quicksand. It's never too late to throw somebody the ladder. Or say, hey, grab hold, hang on.
Yeah.
Now, do I understand that's like one of those, all right, we're going to give it a week and just go, back there. Oh, Java just came up with Dragon Fruit Spyro CB. Yo, why didn't I think of that? That was a big wolf opportunity, huh?
I mean, that flavor's already technically been done. It's just by a different company. And we tried it just last week.
Hey, you're going to be trying Dragon Fruit from Glitch soon, too.
Plus, that also means they have to do a collab with Spyro, and Spyro would also still have to be relevant for them to do one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You missed the opportunity when the Spyro remake came out.
The trilogy, yeah.
I
would snag that up. That would probably be the only CB that I would buy 2 of them to have one for display sealed and one to enjoy. Yep.
And ironically, I've been playing this lately because I grew up on this.
Yep, same. I have both. Funny enough, my favorite color is purple, and that's because of Spyro.
That's crazy.
But really, LastSaiyan, ladies and gentlemen, let's give our final thoughts because we are going into almost 2 hours of a show.
That is very true.
I realize that.
I didn't even think about that. Wow.
I mean, we knew it was going to be a heavy episode.
Yeah.
And again, saying we loved having you on the show as we always do. We just wish we would have had you on for different reasons.
Yeah.
So I think we've already hit the nail on it, but we are still waiting for an apology from G Fuel for a not even just public and talent relations perspective, but just moral compass. And I've been fabbling and babbling and stuttering, and I have not been able to speak well all night because I still feel the shakes. I haven't had caffeine since probably 1:30 today, and I just feel uneasy. I've never been this uncomfortable on a camera for this long. I feel dreadful. But at the end of the day, thank you everybody who made it. Thank you for everybody putting up with the trolls, everything else. But this situation could still be put right up to a certain point. But is Cliff and company or somebody else burning the bridge? Absolutely, and we're sick of it.
Mm-hmm.
Teach?
I think it's very unsettling. I think how it went about was the worst part about it. I think it's a very mixed-handled situation and topic. I know I also have a slightly different outlook for a lot of people because I know a lot of people had their hearts connected to the talent creators, and understandably so. And I know a lot of people want to just straight up cancel G Fuel for this. I do think it's very unsettling. My hearts do go out to the talent creators. I don't think what happened to them was just or just right because of the X and Y situation that went down with the complaints and them being fired because of it. The whole entire team going, no apology, no response. It's very bittersweet. I feel like many people feel like we were kind of stabbed in the back and didn't see this coming from a company we all beloved and entrusted. And I know a lot of people say brand loyalty kind of sucks, but I've been loyal to one brand for the past 9 years. So it's very unfortunate. I honestly still myself
closer to 10.
Yeah. I feel like they should come out with an apology. I don't think I'm going to be selling my collection because of the debacle. I don't know if I'll be purchasing a ton of future projects. We'll see. It's a very mixed-handled situation. There's a lot of feelings with it. There's a lot of good people involved with it. It's just a mixed bag right now.
A very mixed bag, and you can almost say there's no right or wrong answer with this too. This is a very unless there's an obvious wrong answer, there is no wrong answer.
I mean, we'll go over it more next week when we still have Big Sin on the show. We'll touch on this topic lately and see if we can get any other info out of him and just have another great podcast with him on the show, get to know him more, and see what his future endeavors are now that he's left. Maybe get his inside thoughts to see what company he may be going to, because again, a lot of partners left and there's a lot of other great companies out there that are also looking for these new partners now.
So I think this is going to be good for everybody, for those who are still here. I think a week from today, we can gather ourselves, wait for new information. Hopefully our orders get sent in, get delivered, those who were pre-ordered. And the first day of summer counts tomorrow. Is there going to be a summer of G Fuel or summer without G Fuel? That still remains to be said, and this will be a touchy subject for the next couple of main weeks. Any final thoughts?
On a positive note, congrats to the winners tonight of the collector boxes. You guys will be contacted and reached out, and we will get them shipped out to you guys. So congrats again on the big winners tonight. As always, Relly and I love doing giveaways. We'll have more in the future, and we appreciate everybody that did enter in on them.
And I will put a note in there for ER, and Teach is going to be reaching out to
Michael.
So at that, everybody, saying thank you so much. I hope you and the family are happy, healthy, and well. Obviously, same thing goes out to Teach, my handsome co-host, and everybody in the audience. So please, everybody, it's been a tough Monday, especially for myself, because I've been grossed out, disgusted, awkward, not well mentally, etc. And I still got a little while to go as I beat my head into his desk as I try to write my next book. So enough rambling. Stay caffeinated. Have a good night, and we love you all. Cheers, everybody.